Okay, so several of you actually recommended Arthur and Nery, but then there was this one particular person who gave me a link to his latest, which is Pagsamo. Okay, let's listen to it. Vertical.
Bibitaw ng mahinahon ako ba'y lulubayan ng ating mga kahapon na di na kayang ayusin ng lambing. Mga pangako pa'y sapat na upang ulitan.
So whoever said that he has one of the unique voice quality in the Philippines is right. It is a very unique quality. I haven't heard something like this in a while. I think I like the effortlessness. I remember there was this one acoustic performer, guitarist in the Philippines, and also a vocalist, and I felt like, oh, his voice, he has a really good voice. I remember his name. I just don't want to say his name because I don't want to trash anybody, but he has this habit of being overly dramatic in his delivery of the lines that it actually takes away from the beauty of what he's singing. And but he doesn't suffer from that. So he's very controlled and he's very measured in the first stanza. So that's one. So I like that he is delivering it simply because he knows that that is all that is required to communicate the song. I don't know if he wrote this. I'm not sure if he wrote the song. I will check later. But there's a certain, it's very Filipino in the way that he wrote the lyrics. It's it's somewhere between a conversation and a poetry. I think that's the best way I can describe it. So it's not quite a poem, but it's not quite a conversation either. It's somewhere in between. It feels like he's dancing between um, metaphors and uh, concrete examples, basically. So, but let's continue. I like it so far. Sorry for my dog.
Ipagtagpo na inarapat pa ipagpalalatirin panghahawakan at pa
I appreciate how so this is past and present. He's going back and forth between the past and the present. How he strips the colors into something monochromatic when he's coming back into the present. When he is recalling the past, there's like a splash of blue and there's yellow through the light. Um, and also, so like, but then when he comes into the present, he's very monochromatic, less light. It becomes a little bit more bland. So it does help me understand the story of the video. Back to monochromatic. Nice.
ipipilit kong di na mahal tayo para sa isa't isa.
Okay, he is actually using one beat from the beginning to the end. So the only thing that's making the song different is actually his melody and his voice. Genius, because it does not, that is not an easy thing to do. So he's just changing his tempo, he's changing his melody, and he's changing his words. So the song feels like it's actually um, progressing in full, but it's actually just his lyrics and his melody that's carrying the the narrative of the song. Next is, I also like how in the present day, um, it's wide shot, so it shows eye level, and it's or a little, the camera is a little bit from below looking up, so it puts, and then the past is almost always from point of view of one of them. So it does two things. One is the past, he is forcing me to look at it from the point of view of either of them. So it's forcing me to understand what made them fall in love with each other, right? But when he zooms out, when he goes back into the present, he's forcing me to understand the devastation of this loss. I don't know who directed it, but that's a simple touch. I actually don't like vertical videos that much, but he's able to manipulate, to direct this, whoever directed this and created this whole story. Um, it's allowing me to like it, even though it is vertical. Okay.
Ba't di sumang ayaw sa atin ang panahon?
He has this, I'll see if he's going to repeat what he did, but he has this thing in him. I think this is him as a vocalist, where he's going to try and pull you towards a certain climax and then pull back.
Siguro nga'y wala nang natira sa mga sinulat mo na para sa akin. Alam kong luha ang bumubura, ngunit hayaan mo na lang. Walang saysay ang panalangin ko, kundi ako ang hahanapin mo.
Yeah.
Kahit sigaw pa ang pagsamo.
So even when he does, so just try to listen to his lines at the end of his line. Towards the end of his line, he would sort of elevate, he would escalate his, he would pull the note higher. But when you think, like I've always mentioned this, like songs have a measure, right? So and it has a timing. So just as when, after hearing like several lines of a song, you kind of know when a line will start and end, right? So here he would sort of start the line and then carry you through. So he would escalate it. But once he gets towards the end, just as when you think it's going to give you like one more second, he cuts it short. So he pulls back, like he's going to take you there, and then right before you hit the height of it, he would pull back. I'll see if I can pinpoint it. Yeah, so it kind of feels like I'll try to capture that part, what I was talking about, the note when he tries to pull back just as before he reaches the climax. But so again, this is from the point of view of one of them, but he goes back and forth between poetry and casual conversations. Like when he was doing this, in this part, and the part before this, he's very much into metaphors. Maybe I can capture it here. This is more conversational already. But before this part, he was more into metaphor, so it feels like a poetry. And then he would jump back into more conversational type of lyrics. Nice, the details, you can actually see them in the mirror. He's actually recording it with his phone. There. Nice detail. Did they break up? What happened? No explanation? That's it. Or did they actually written by the Orpheus? Oh, he's under Viva. So I guess they broke up because according to the lyrics of the song, bakit ba ipipilit kung hindi na? So I think it's just they just broke up. It's not like one of them passed away or something. Um, okay, so it's a it's a simple song that has so much depth, and it's all because of the beauty of the lyricism. As I've said, he goes back and forth between actually um, uh, reciting a poetry and having a conversation. So that's beautiful. Second is just the way that he would push a line towards a higher note and then pull back in the end is a mirror of the emotions that he felt about the whole relationship. He's saying that we were almost there, like we were almost there together towards the end, and then we just had to pull apart. I appreciated the fact that he used the same beat in almost the entire song, not the entire song, but almost the entire song. He was using the same beat, and it was just this melody that was really changing, and his voice and how he was saying it that was really changing the tempo and the feel of the song. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whoever it is that said Arthur Nery has one of the most unique voice in the business right now. I will definitely check out many of his other songs. And if you have any more recommendations, please don't hesitate to send it to me. And thank you.